So you guys went crazy over that AI podcaster video. I feel like it needs a little bit more justice than a short form video. What I'm gonna do is I'll show you how I made the AI podcaster, but we'll do a long form video on how to, get them moving and talking and the camera angles, all of that, okay? Come on. So the first prompt that I started with says, I want to start an AI podcast with realistic looking characters. I need the image in a 3x2 so that I can post the videos on YouTube. I want 2 characters. Let's start with the man. I want him to have a build like Michael B. Jordan. I just came back from seeing Sinners, okay? Don't judge me.
That's suspicious.
So I finished off the prompt by saying, I want different camera angles that a podcast would use. Let's go through some ideas for the man first, and then we'll move on to the woman host. So I thought it was important to have the different camera angles because when you're watching a podcast, majority of the time it's not just straight on facing forward, especially if there's 2 different hosts. Sometimes it's on one host, sometimes it's on the other, sometimes it's a side profile shot, sometimes it's both of them in the camera. It was very, very imperative that I had the different camera angles. So it started off by giving me the podcast character setup. It gave me a core look, it gave me style options to choose from, as well as facial details. Personality cues are perfect because that means it'll give us different options when it creates the image, and then we can choose from them. So let's say the script causes for the emotion of being surprised. The different body cues when it creates the image plays perfectly on that. Then it gave me a choice of different aspect ratio camera angles. So it started with the main front shot, the side angle, and the over the shoulder shot. That's just if we want an angle from behind him so we can see the woman. And then lastly, the close-up reaction shot and the wide table shot. So I felt like all of those are perfect. Again, you can do your podcast research and see what type of camera angles they use, and then either take a screenshot and give it to ChatGPT or describe it, or, give it the name if you're an expert in camera angles. And then I have my chat always give me suggestions of things that I may be missing. So it also brings up lighting, background, and props. I chose option 1 with the clean fade haircut, thick Gildan style white tee, and a blue LA baseball cap. It gave me the prompt so I can put it into Sora. Now, again, you can have ChatGPT create the image, but I'd rather use Sora because it's better than having the conversation with ChatGPT. It's a lot faster to tell it, hey, I want this, I want to take this out. Sora is just wildly easier at creating the image than using ChatGPT, in my opinion. So it gave me the shot list prompt for each image. So what I did was copy and then went over to Sora. So I'm going to give you a quick little example. We're going to paste that prompt. Again, always make sure your aspect ratios are right. So we're going to change this to 3x2 if we want it to be on YouTube, or if you just want to create on TikTok, then you will use the 2x3. So we're going to click enter. Okay, so while that's working, I will show you the full prompt. So it says a realistic AI generated image of a medium brown skinned athletic man sitting in a podcast studio. He has a clean low fade haircut, a short stubble beard, a thick white Gildan style t-shirt, and a blue LA Dodgers cap. Now, if we go down to the bottom of the prompt, it says the studio has warm indoor lighting, a